Our first speaker for today is Nikolette Huberman. Nikolette began her Oak Grove journey in preschool in 1993 and graduated from high school in 2004. She is therefore a proud lifer. She is now working as an executive at BLT Enterprise and on the side working on real estate, while also spearheading an initiative to found a nonprofit foundation. Outside of work, Nikolette spends most of her time traveling and fostering rescue dogs. Please welcome Nikolette Huberman.
Hi, everyone. I am so thankful to Meredy and Jody for asking me to speak today. After all, there's no cause that I'm more supportive of than education, and no school I'm more supportive of than Oak Grove. My family moved to Ojai in 1993 solely because of this school. And after joining Isa's preschool class, I wound up staying put for a little while until I graduated high school. I'm what some people like to call a lifer, which surprisingly does not make me very unique. But what does is that I was in the class of 2006, the largest graduating class in the history of Oak Grove with 17 students. And yet, people are often not impressed by how big that is, but rather how small. Oak Grove gave me some of my most important relationships. In the past 2 years, I've been a bridesmaid in 3 of my classmates' weddings. What makes these friendships special is that we are all very different beings, with different passions, different thoughts, different paths. And yet, Oak Grove taught us to appreciate the differences as much as, if not more than, the commonalities. Of my classmates, some are experts in art. Some are finding success in the new world of tech companies and startups. Some are nursing the ill. And then there's me, a banker turned real estate investor. But I'm also forming my company's charitable foundation where our primary focus is helping children in our communities, which includes donating to Oak Grove School. The thing about Oak Grove that people often misunderstand is that the community embraces all types, and that doesn't just mean the artistic, free-spirited ones. Oak Grove creates a space for all kinds and fosters opportunities to be who we are, whoever that may be. In my time at Oak Grove, the faculty focused on teaching me how to learn and learning how to teach me, appreciating that we all hear and see and express ourselves differently. As wonderful as the diversity among the students can be, it also comes with its challenges at times, because with so many unique students, there are innately a lot of differences between them, and therefore there is occasionally conflict. And that is where I received my greatest gift from Oak Grove, the comfort with conflict and the ability to resolve. After all, when there are only 17 of you, there's no never talk to them again option. It is from those moments of dissension, those moments of critical growth, that with the aid of my teachers, I learned how to navigate conflict in a positive way. This continues to serve me constantly in my adult life, and yet it also causes me some confusion with new peers. You see, coming from Oak Grove, we all assume that everyone is direct and shares their feelings clearly. I learned quickly after graduation that this was not the case. I lived in Madrid for a year during college, and whenever my 3 roommates and I would clean the apartment, I would always opt for the bathrooms. I figured we had some unspoken roles, and I was okay with taking the worst one. I then found out through the grapevine that my roommates were actually mad at me because I never cleaned the hallway floors. Much to my surprise, they would sooner tell the rest of our peers this than simply tell me. After all, I would have been thrilled to trade the toilets for the floors. This seems trivial, but it's always stuck with me because it was such a good reminder that, well, not everyone went to Oak Grove. And therefore, not everyone knows how to handle disagreements. Finally understanding that was one of the many light bulb moments I've had, showing me that I didn't realize what I had here until I saw it in my rearview mirror. Most people I mention my childhood education to have trouble believing it, and now I understand why. Ideally, we've all been educated by nurturing teachers and have created lasting friendships. Many people that we all know feel this way. But I'm quite certain that none of them saw their teachers as peers. that they didn't have the chance to play soccer, volleyball, and softball as a freshman, and that none of them were able to build deep, at times unusual, connections with classmates while in the classroom and while traveling through India. I doubt any of them were allowed to, in fact, encouraged to talk back and to question, to opt for collaboration over competition. When I moved to Boston in 2006, I never thought I'd end up back in Ojai. But then I moved to San Francisco, and now I live in LA. The one thing that might bring me back, giving my children the opportunity to experience all that is the Oak Grove School. Thank you.